Hi, it's me again, Andrew. Welcome to Spurs Flying High. Today I would like to talk about one topic, and it's Troy Parrott. How good is Troy Parrott, and was Mourinho right for not playing him since the injury of Harry Kane? We know that Harry Kane was injured since the start of the year. We had no striker. We tried Lucas Moura up front as a target man. He failed miserably. We tried Bergwijn up front. He did okay, but not that great either. And recently we've been trying Dele Alli, and also not that great either. Many crosses were missed because Dele Alli likes to drop back to receive the ball and build up the play. So many crosses did not find the target man. So a lot of Tottenham fans are talking about Troy Parrott and whether he should have started since the injury of Harry Kane. Let's go through the stats of Troy Parrott in comparison to Harry Kane. So total number of games for Harry Kane so far in his career, not just with Tottenham, is 357 games. He scored 208 goals, assisted 46, and his goal per game ratio is 0.58, and his assist per game ratio is 0.13. The thing is that with Harry Kane, he was loaned to 4 different teams while at Tottenham. He was loaned to Leyton Orient, Millwall, Norwich City, and Leicester City. So some of these goals he scored with these teams. As for Troy Parrott, he played 42 games total, scored 31 goals and assisted 6. That gives him a goal per game ratio equal to 0.74, which is much higher than Harry Kane's goal per game ratio, and his assist per game is also higher. So the fans are on two sides in regard to Troy Parrott. Some believe that he should start since Harry Kane was injured. Some believe he's too young and not that good enough to start when we have, players like Lucas Moura or Bergwijn or Dele Alli, right? But we have seen these 3 players, as I said, not that great up front as a target man. But Troy Parrott is a target man. He doesn't play in any other position. That's where he plays. That's the only position he plays. Yes, he just turned 18, he's very young, but his stats are incredible. It's hard to find the videos of Troy Parrott. You can find some of his videos with the Irish national team and some of the goals he scored there, but it's really hard to find his videos for Tottenham. Here are a few clips for him. So the fans are on two sides in regard to Troy Parrott. Some say he should play, some say he should not play. I'm with the side that says he should play. I believe that Troy Parrott should have been starting every game since Harry Kane was injured. Just because of his stats, his body structure, his ability to play with his back towards the goal, his ability to hold up the ball, all the required skills for a striker, he already has them. But Lucas Moura doesn't have that. Lucas Moura doesn't know how to play with his back to the goal. He's too short, he's unable to win aerial duels. Physically he's limited. We have seen Lucas Moura times and times again just run, jump and fall, run, jump and fall without doing anything. Sorry Lucas, I still love you though. And then we tried Bergwijn up front. It was similar in terms of his height. He found it really hard to win aerial duels. He lost the ball quickly against tall and tough opponents. Like physically tough opponents give Bergwijn a hard time. Troy Parrott, on the other hand, was never tested with Mourinho. He was only allowed like 5 minutes or very few minutes to play, and he can't do that much under these circumstances. Troy Parrott is the kind of player that you want to start from the beginning. While a player like Lucas Moura, for example, is better to start off the bench. He's one of the best Premier League players that come off the bench, Lucas Moura. And many people say this, and fans of Tottenham, they know this. And the reason for this is his explosive speed. Like, Lucas Moura can come in the second half as a sub, and with his explosive speed and turns, he can really throw the opponents off guard and create chances or score himself. But as a starter of the game, Lucas Moura to play as a target man is a huge disadvantage just because of his height. He's just not meant to play in that position. So if you want to look at Harry Kane's stats when he was about 20 years old, it was his first official season with Tottenham. He played from 2014 to 2015. He played 51 games, scored 31, assisted 6, had a goal per game ratio of 0.61, and assists per game 0.12. Still lower than Parrott's. And we all know, like, Harry Kane is a world-class striker. Like, there's no argument right now that Harry Kane is obviously a much better striker than Troy Parrott currently, right? But I'm not comparing them in terms of their who should start first. Like, obviously, if we have Harry Kane should start first. But we have an option, and this option is Troy Parrott as a second striker. He could either play as a second striker with Harry Kane in certain matches, or he can just be the direct sub for Harry Kane. So when Harry Kane is injured, Troy Parrott must start every game. He's just a really good striker that should start. It doesn't matter how old is he. Like, Mourinho has had this problem in his whole career. Like, you never see any player below the age of 25 succeeding with Mourinho. Like, for some reason, he just does not respect the youngsters. And that's why you can see how he's struggling with Tottenham right now. Because you have Dele Alli, you have Lo Celso, you have Jitson Fernandez, you have Ndombele, and they're all below the age of 25, and he's just struggling to manage them, you know? One recently thrown under the bus. Otherwise, I think they could do better. So I believe Troy Parrott deserves a chance. I believe he should start against Manchester United on Sunday. I'm going to stream that match live, by the way. I really hope that Mourinho can realize this sooner than later, so that we can rescue this season before it's over, because we still have a chance to go to the Champions League 4th place and, you know, play in the Champions League next year. We still have a chance to finish 4th or better in this season. But Troy Parrott must start if we want to achieve that, because clearly, since the injury of Harry Kane, we have struggled to score goals. And we struggle to hold up the ball up front and wait for the wingers to arrive in open spaces. We struggle because even Dele Alli, with his height and body structure, he couldn't hold up the ball very well because his first touch is lacking, and if his first touch is okay, his second touch is not that great, and he gets dispossessed fast. That doesn't happen often with Troy Parrott. If you watch his few clips, he's much more composed, I think, and he's just a better player overall in that position. Knows how to play with his back to the goal. So I really hope that Troy Parrott starts against Manchester United and starts every game until Harry Kane is back. It's about time to give the youngster a chance. His stats are incredible. It really sucks to have a player of his quality sitting on the bench when we are struggling to create chances, when we are struggling to find sharks in the box to finish these chances. Troy Parrott is a shark inside the box. Seriously, he will finish a lot of crosses that were unfinished in the previous games. So hopefully we see Troy Parrott starting, or at least we should give him a long game time, not like 5 minutes, so that he can show us his quality. So if you compare the first season of Harry Kane, the official first season of Harry Kane in the Premier League, with Troy Parrott's stats, Troy Parrott is still superior. Now, I know Troy Parrott is playing in the second division, or the under 23 or under 18 or whatever, but still, if you look at the history of young players as strikers, even in under 18 or under 23, they don't have these stats. If you have these stats, you are incredible, and you are a very good striker. It doesn't matter what, because you can argue that, oh, the second division or the under 19, under 23 division is not good enough. That's why he can score so many goals and have this incredible goal per game ratio. But I disagree with that, because his teammates are also very young, so he might not receive the same quality of balls as if he is playing with the first team. It goes both ways. But simply, like, if you look at his stats, his raw stats are very, very strong. He has an incredible potential. And don't forget that we used to have Robbie Keane, who was an Irish legend in our club. I still remember his celebration, like where he flips over, and then I believe that Troy Parrott is the new Robbie Keane of our team, and I believe he will surpass Robbie Keane. He might even surpass Harry Kane if he is given a chance. So please, Jose Mourinho, if you by some miracle are watching this video, please allow Troy Parrott to have more game time with the first team. Anyway, this is Andrew from Spurs Flying High. Speak to you soon.